Hi, this is Dina for Splitcoaststampers. In this video, I'll share the twine inlay technique from a tutorial created by Jeanne Jachna. I'm starting off with a watercolor card base that is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, so it's a regular size A2 top fold card. And I also have a smaller panel of watercolor paper that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to start by creating a watercolor wash on the smaller panel. And if painting's not your thing, you could skip this step and you could just use sturdy cardstock instead for your base. I'm using Core paints here by Golden and just creating a loose rectangle of color with enough water to allow the colors to move and blend together a little bit. I added a little iridescent gold paint as well for some extra shimmer, and that's going to pull some of the other elements of my card together when it's done. Once you're done painting, allow that panel to dry completely. For the next step, I'm going to be using an outline die that has a clear shape on the outside, but an outline with some empty space in the center. You could use a simple shape die as well for this step. I'm going to center the die on my painted panel, run it through the die cutting machine, and that gives me a shaped window opening, and I'm going to use that as a template. You'll want to center the panel onto the card base and then trace around the inside of that die cut opening. Next, you'll outline the opening with double-sided tape. And here I just made a broad rectangle, but you'll see as I go along that I did add some smaller pieces closer to the angled sides of the ornament so that the pieces of twine don't have so far to reach. For the twine inlay, you're going to need pieces of twine that are cut long enough to cross the entire width of your traced shape and stick to the tape on both sides. For this piece, my pieces of twine needed to be about 3 inches long. So I'm just wrapping twine around a 3-inch acrylic block so that I can cut a bunch of pieces at once. Once I have enough wrap there, I'm just going to wiggle my scissors in underneath to cut as close to the edge as I can. And then I'll cut those pieces in half. The next step is just to cover the traced area of the card in twine one piece at a time, laying each piece right up next to the one before it to just create a soft inlaid layer inside the die cut area. You can work at whatever angle you like, and you can use multiple colors in whatever pattern you choose. When you finish, just make sure that your layering panel covers all the edges of the twined area, and then you'll adhere that panel into place with heavy glue or foam tape. For the outline die cut, I'm going to cut a new piece from white cardstock, and I want it to have adhesive on the back. So I'm cutting my cardstock to size, and I'll put some wide double-sided tape on the back of the piece before I cut it. I'm going to make this look easy, but it did actually take me a while to get all the tiny die cut bits out of there. But I'm thankful to have the adhesive on the back already rather than trying to get glue to stick to twine. Once you get the die cut into the opening, you can add any embellishments that you like, and you're done. Here's the completed card. The dies and stamps that I used are from Memory Box, and the twine is from the Twinery. Here's Jeanne's card, and I love that we use the same products in such a different way. You can find her project in the photo tutorial. Hope you'll try this and share your cards as well. Thank you so much for watching.